Ferrari's heavily publicised Bahrain Grand Prix upgrade, which much of 2025 now hinges on for them, has finally been revealed to us all to have a look through, and it is quite the extensive upgrade which they've brought. Now, as you can see, there has been numerous changes, all targeting the rear end of the SF25, with changes to the floor as a whole, a brand new rear ring, diffuser, as well as changes to the rear brake ducts on the SF25. Now, of course, with FP2 currently happening while recording this video, there are some objectives Ferrari are looking to get out of this upgrade package. And those are namely to run the car much lower to the track surfaces across the 2025 calendar, and of course to improve the overall handling and balance and the general feel and understanding that the drivers have when going through every phase of a corner. So from corner entry to mid corner and corner exit. And that is of course across all the three types of speed ranges of corners that we have on every circuit we go to. But before we go any further in with a detailed look at the updates, I just want to give a big thanks to everyone who subscribes, watches the videos, leaves a like and comments down below. I love the interaction between us all, and of course if you want to be part of that and if you enjoyed the content, do hit the subscribe button and join us all on F1 Unraveled here. Right, let's discuss this Ferrari upgrade. Now of course, away from all of that, we have to actually go over the upgrade as well. And we will of course begin our look at the upgraded floor from the front to the rear of it. And we're going to start with the floor fences because they've gone under quite a dramatic reshaping of all the profiles, particularly the outermost floor edge. This has been completely reprofiled, as you can see on the comparison pictures, as well as inboard of that outermost floor edge. They have reworked the leading edge on the third fence, or the second most inboard fence, and it looks like there is a slight camber added to it now. A little bit further downstream on the floor, they have of course, as was noted, made a change to the edge wing on it, and this has now had an additional third vortex generator added to this arrangement. So they've kept the overall design of the floor edge and have just added an additional vortex generator to the new floor for this event, and essentially this just adds more floor edge load by strengthening any flow structures along the edge, and it cleans up some inflow into the floor, which is crucial for diffuser performance. And those are the things that we can actually see visibly, and don't let that kind of deceive you. I think the majority of the work is happening underneath the floor, from which we cannot see any changes. I think they'll have made wholesale changes to the actual Venturi tunnels, and of course unless something dramatic happens like a crash at Monaco, we're never going to see it essentially unless it's lifted up onto a crane, which happened with the Red Bull and Mercedes floors in Monaco, ironically, was it 2 seasons ago now. And of course there is also a change to the rear brake ducts on this new upgrade package, but as of yet there's no pictures to be able to do a side-by-side comparison of what has been undertaken in terms of changes from that area of the car. And finally, of course, we have the upgrade to the diffuser of the SF25, which is somewhat of a mystery to unravel with the pictures we currently have. On first glances, it doesn't look like there is much change to the overall design of the diffuser, but in the actual upgrade notes from Ferrari themselves, they do specify that they've redesigned the diffuser expansion, with the diffuser kick keel seeing changes, and this is an area which is particularly sensitive in low ride heights, which is where Ferrari were having the most trouble throughout the Chinese Grand Prix weekend and subsequently got disqualified for plank wear. So it's an interesting and subtle change that of course overall, with all of the upgrade positioning points that have changed on this floor, is going to help lift up, or rather in this case lift down the floor, but improve the performance of the SF25. If both of these objectives can be unlocked, we're going to see a vastly improved Ferrari in both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc's hands this weekend. And of course, that would mean a huge step up in performance for the team, who should, if they have unlocked all their cars' performance, jump from 4th quickest to potentially 2nd quickest on paper this weekend. Now, whether that happens, only time will tell. And we'll get our first inkling of that once we get into qualifying or the end of qualifying on Saturday. Now, how will the team go about finding performance and doing a test with regarding these upgrades? Well, with Charles Leclerc giving away FP1 to one of the rookies for the event, it's all hinging on Lewis Hamilton. So he will undoubtedly have all of the new specification parts on his SF25 for first and second practice. And what I would expect to see is the team, particularly for first practice, focusing in on that particular upgrade to see how it is performing with the SF25 so they can gather as much data and do back-to-back comparisons with the launch specification that they have in pre-season testing. And through FP1 and in between FP1 and FP2, they will be able to see quite comfortably whether it's done the work they wished it to do or not. And of course, then I expect for FP2 to have Leclerc actually run the upgrade package and to try it out for himself to see whether he has the same, hopefully for Ferrari, positive sensations out of the SF25. Now, if both drivers are happy, we of course can fully expect this package to stay on the car for the remainder of the weekend and then for them to have a greatly improved competitiveness up against their rivals. Now, in terms of performance, what can we expect out of Ferrari? Well, I think if they hit the ground running and the upgrades work as planned, we could see them being the closest challengers to that of McLaren this weekend. Now, on the flip side, if it doesn't go to plan, I think they can pretty much just close the book and close the chapter on 2025, 2025, and of course the ground effect era, because now all of the resources should be placed on next season and the huge changes that are going to be coming to Formula One. And interestingly enough, there is a huge amount of talk and speculation that this Friday, the FIA, along with all the engine manufacturers, will be getting together in Bahrain to discuss a change to the power unit, and specifically in the amount of allocation between the combustion side of things and the electrical side of things, because as things stand right now, it is a 50-50 split, with the teams specifically not happy with this particular aspect. And that is the whole point of the introduction of active aero. Now, what the engine manufacturers, or the teams rather, would want is a change in the percentage amount, going rather to 60-40 or even better than that, 70-30 with the combustion engine. If that's to take place, then there is a huge amount of changes yet to come for 2026. So it will be even more imperative teams put all of their resources and time into 2026, which I would expect Ferrari to do if their upgrade does not bring the advancements to the SF25 that they want it to. So Ferrari have got a make or break weekend literally ahead of them. If things go well, they will continue bringing upgrades to the SF25, and if it doesn't, throw away the season and look forward to next year, Ferrari fans. Anyway guys, that is where I'm going to wrap this video up. Hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, do leave a like on the video, share this across social media as always, and if you're new and have enjoyed the content here on F1 Unraveled, do hit the subscribe button down below. Well, I hope the weekend for you Ferrari fans goes a lot better, and so I will catch you all later on in another Formula 1 video. See you all then.